Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon us. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Since I'm a Muslim and from Indonesia, I might talk about the shared value from Islamic perspective more than the perspective of other religions. So forgive me, but I think I can contribute something to our understanding about the value must be shared by all the people. So if we are talking about the common values or shared values, it is really talking about the principles of our human relations, the foundation of our human interaction. And in Islam, we may understand that there are three categories of Islamic teaching, one concerning theology, and the second is concerning ritual, and the third one is about human relations. The third area of Islamic teaching is actually a broad themes, which is very rational, very contextualized, and I think it fits for everybody in this world, regardless of the religions, traditions, history, and cultures. Because it's very universal, it's very global, fit for every time and place. This is what I call maybe it's progressive Islam versus conservative or extremist Islam. What I mean is not actually Islam can be divided into many different categories, but what I mean is understanding is understanding of Islam. So I would like to talk about the principles of human relations, or what we call muamalah in Islam, because there are many values. Many values that are very important to think about. One is moderation in thinking and practicing Islam. Tawassut versus al-ghulu or at-tatarruf, extremism. If we talk about Islam, the moderate things, it is in the middle. So neither left nor right, because in the Quran, for instance, Allah or God said that ummatan wasaton, the moderate ummah. So since it is moderate, we may guarantee that the true Islam, the correct Islam, is not adopting the extremism. And the second is tolerance to diverse opinions. There is ijtihad in Islam. So we find many different madhab or religious opinions in Islam, in law and theology, and spirituality in other aspects of Islamic teaching. But Islam encourages tolerance. It is not easy to judge other people as being, for instance, living Islam or outside Islam. So as far as it is concerning ijtihad, the different opinions within Islam, then it's right. We have our opinions, and I believe my opinion is right, but we tolerate, we respect the opinions of other people. They might be right according to God. It's God's privilege to judge whether their opinions is right or wrong. So the third one is orientation of righteous deeds, amal soleh. The people will be judged by God whether they are good or bad according to their deeds. And the fourth one is fight for peace, as-salamah. Islam means peace. So Islam is not anathema to people. Islam is peace for people. When we meet our friends, we say Assalamu alaikum. It means that we guarantee that you are safe in front of me. I am actually a good people, not to hurt you in any sort of means. And the 5th one is commitment to justice, al-adalah. In Islamic mu'amalah, justice is very important. According to ulama from the time of Prophet Muhammad up to now, they said that the essential core of Islamic teaching in mu'amalah, in human relations, is adl, al-adalah, justice. And the last one is common interest, or we call maslahah amah. So if we strengthen these elements of Islamic teaching, I think there is no way to hurt other people. There is no way not to enforce peace in global situation. In any word, any piece of land, we have to establish harmony, peace, and justice. Since Islamic teaching on mu'amala is very rational, very contextual, then we believe that there is no contradiction between democracy and Islam. We have something what we see looks like democracy that's called shura, wa amruhum shura bainahum. So what is essentially taught in Islamic teaching on shura is respecting individual rights. And the second is promoting common responsibility. The third one is equality among people. And the fourth is committed to human rights. In many groups of Muslims, for instance, we find the people who are negating responsibility, equality, human rights, but the proper understanding of Islam is actually emphasizing these aspects of democratic culture. Since this could become a shared value for all people, not only for the Muslims, but it is also relevant fit to the people of other religions too. And that's why we see that these values are universal in terms of it guarantee the cohesion among societies if we all together keep these principles of life. Now about multiculturalism. It is actually a new concept. It's not known in Muslim society until this modern time, but it is very interesting to see that the elements within multiculturalism is also exist in Islamic teaching. For instance, respecting diverse cultures. Also, originally it is Western concept, but it is good for the people of other world, for East, for South and North. I think it is very relevant. Maybe 100 years ago or 200 years ago, the people will adopt the supremacy of certain cultures, and seeing that the cultures or other cultures are subversion, also inferiority to the cultures of certain people. So Islam teaches that we have certain people can have their own cultures, we have to respect their cultures. La yaskhar qaumun min qaumin asa ay yakunu khairan minhum. It is Quran in the verse in the chapter Al-Hujurat, for instance. It means that do not see yourself superior to other people or the cultures of other people. It could be that their cultures are even superior than yours. It means that we cannot undermine, undervalue the people of other cultures. And acknowledging the cultural rights to exist, the living with diverse cultures. It means that if we live in society where different culture exists, we can live with different cultures. Even we have our own culture, but since we are living together in society, so we have to manage ourselves in order to fit himself in the cultures with other societies. And engaging in diverse cultures means that we cannot be passive. We have to actively promote the existence, the co-living of other cultures, of different cultures. And then humanitarianism. Now we have what we call humanitarian principles. In modern situation where natural or human-made disasters often occurred in this world, now there are many organizations collaborated, and because of different religion, different culture, different political affiliation, then humanitarian principles said that we cannot differentiate the people according to their religious, cultural, political affiliation. We only help them because we have to mutually respect, we have to mutually love, we have to mutually help, and we have to empower the poor, the displaced, the marginalized, and the deprived. Thank you very much.